Hello everyone, I'm William Park, one of your pros here at Blackhawk Country Club, and today I want to be talking about some shots hitting out of the rough, as we all would like to be in the fairway every shot. It's not going to happen, so it's good to practice what's going to happen out on the course. Be realistic with yourself. You know, it's awesome to have goals and expectations, but it's also good to practice the bads and what you do yourself out on the golf course good. So it's good to practice the bads as well. So today I just want to talk about hitting out of the rough, getting some yards, getting some distance, the goods and the bads, what to do, what not to do. So I have two clubs here with me. I have what a lot of people would hit, a par 5, par 4. We got a decent amount in. Hitting into the rough, we know our drives is not going to roll out as much if we're catching it into the rough. A lot of people would either pull out a 5-iron, 7-iron, something in that nature. 7-iron is always a little bit more of a safe play, but the only problem with going with the safe play, usually when you have a little distance into a rough, into a par 5 especially, is you're going to leave yourself with a big carry number into the green. And you'll see with the 5-iron, the problem, what you have a lot of the time, you'll see, I don't know if you can see the ball, but it's pretty buried in there. I'm going to take a swing here. The problem is you won't get a lot of height on that 5-iron. I caught a flyer there. But it's very rare to happen, right? So what you do have a lot of the times is something that looks a little more like that probably, where it's going to roll out a whole bunch, but it doesn't get a whole bunch of yardage. It doesn't get a bunch of air, what we want. So what I have is something that a lot of people don't expect is my 5-wood. I know a lot of people here at the club play a lot of 5-woods or 7-woods. It's a really good idea to experiment with playing something like this out of the rough. But there's a couple different things that you would do differently in the rough compared to the fairway. The first thing is talking about grip. Where are we going to hold the club when we're hitting from out of the rough? So again here, I'm going to give myself kind of a bad lie. Find some floaters right now. There we go. The first thing I'm going to do is, instead of holding that grip at the top of the handle as I would in the fairway, I'm going to hold it a little closer down to the shaft, leaving almost no room of grip left on my right hand thumb. If you're a lefty, obviously it's going to be reversed. But we'll see now, doing a normal swing as I would with my 5-wood any other time, just now I'm gripping it a little lower, trying to keep my body lower to the ground, making sure that club is going to get underneath the ball. Some words that you've probably heard before is talking about bounce on a wedge. Now you know the bounce is the bottom of the club. If you didn't know that, bounce is the bottom. Compared to my 5-iron, right, the 5-wood has a lot more area down here, so there's a lot more forgiveness when you're hitting a 5-wood in general. So what this 5-wood is going to look like, a little more on the rough, gripped up on it, still playing the ball off my left foot heel. We want it in the front of our stance to help generate some height. And I'm just going to take my swing. You can see I get a lot of height, get a lot of yards. You still may not reach the green, but being 60, 50, 40 yards into the green instead of having 160, 170 is a lot easier to manage. Thanks, guys.